Welcome to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex and today we're going to be taking a look at my favourite Switch eShop deals coming in under $10 or your local currency, and here I cover the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. So with that luck, hit subscribe, join us here on SwitchCorner for reviews and deals near daily, and let's get started. Before we do get into this then quickly, I do have a winner to announce later in the video for a copy of the beautiful Endling Extinction is Forever, so do keep an eye out for that. Jade Order then to kick us off, and I was a big fan of this one. It's a strategic puzzle experience that asks you to navigate a series of maps, but the spin here, you move, so do your enemies. Along the way you'll inherit 4 abilities, and they are designed to assist you if you can figure out where to leverage them most effectively. Story-wise though, you'll be saving this world from evil by lighting these different beacons. It's 50 levels to overcome this one. I was impressed. Many noted similarities to Hitman Go, though I've never played that myself. And then it's a new low price here, 70% off. You can find my full review then in the pinned comment down below. Shing then is a beat 'em up experience that comes with a warning from me. On launch it had multiple issues, now it is definitely better, but it still suffers on a frame rate front. If you want to see my full review, that is in the pinned comment, but I will add, back then it was somewhat painstaking to get through. It's still far from perfect, but it's a lot easier to forgive here with a monster 90% off, and that is a new low price. This one then, it can be single player or anywhere up to 4 players in local play, and along the way the combat's definitely decent. I actually really like the fact they added weapon control to the right stick. It felt a little more involved once I did get used to it. It's for sure a gamble where you cash this one, but at this price the risk is at least minimal. Hotshot Racing then is here with 80% off, that is matching the low. Spoke about this one plenty, but I'm a big fan. It's an old school arcade racer, but it packs a decent selection of tracks that have a fun spin on the action. It's also then got difficulty modes which impact your speed. The problems for many, that is the rubber banding mechanics, but I actually don't mind that. It just keeps things consistently exciting. It packs in online too, but naturally this is the Nintendo Switch we are talking about and a racer, so I would not expect to find anyone on there unless this sale spiked interest temporarily or you pick it up with your friends. A quick self-plug then, grabbing anything from the eShop, head to cornershop.gg and use code CORNER at checkout for 10% off your eShop digital gift cards. These are going to be official Nintendo Switch eShop gift cards, and they have instant delivery as well. Always good for releases like Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and that's where I'll be using it myself. Then we also launched memberships here on the channel. If you are interested in supporting us directly, check out that join button on the channel page or below videos. Panzer Dragoon Remake then, I really enjoyed at launch, but it seems many didn't agree. Fortunately though, since that launch, it's got a few updates that polish the control scheme, and it's essentially a one-for-one remake of the original classic. Think here though, an on-rails shooter with kind of minor movement and a story that makes little to no sense around stopping a dragon from reaching a tower. It's a short game, but solid arcade entertainment, and it's all about high score chasing. Again though, I thought they did all right here honestly, and you can check out my full review in the pinned comment down below. Finally then, it's matching the low price here, that is 90% off. Blasphemous then, it's for the Metroidvania fans. It's well known and loved with good reason. It's incredibly well done and few can match the gothic world it sets itself within. Here though, we take on the role of the penitent one out to free this world from what is a cycle of death and rebirth. The world is stunning, the combat great fun and visceral, and then challenging as well also. The platforming, for the most part I'd call it solid, though I would also say not perfect. I say that because I did find a few moments the controls, they didn't quite feel fine-tuned enough to deliver on what the game expected from me. That all said though, look, it's a personal favourite, and from what I understand, we can expect a sequel at some point in the future. It's matching the low price then, that is 75% off. Summertime Madness then is going to be for the puzzle fans out there. Now I reviewed this one on the channel, find that in the pinned comment down below, but this, it is a new low price, 40% off. Not the longest of games honestly, and sometimes the visual downgrade holds it back, but overall I was definitely impressed with this kind of surreal world. It would be best described though as a first person exploration puzzle adventure as you explore this world in a painting. The story though, you made a deal with the devil. You want to escape your own reality, but only temporarily. Devil's got other ideas, and now you need to find your way out before you are trapped at the end of the night. It all gets definitely a little more than confusing. Story then, it's centered around a war, and I was surprised with how effective it all was. The Coma then is a series I love, and we get both entries on sale right now, both with 66% off, that is matching the low price. These they are side-scrolling horror games with what I would call mixed opinions, but I definitely enjoyed them. The idea in both you fall asleep in school and you wake up in what is an alternate reality. The game's a unique mix of basically exploration and then of course running for your life. The first though, it's pitching you against what is a killer teacher and has you exploring multiple floors of this school, but in the second, really kind of comes into its own, a new lead character, and now there's a world to explore outside of the school with a population to meet, some good, some definitely not so much. The second then, it has a deluxe edition as well. That's going to be a new low price, but it's definitely, in my opinion, worth ignoring unless DLC cosmetics are your fingers. That's really all it's packing in. To at least be fair to that though, I will say it is a fair chunk of DLC, it's just not for me personally. I'd rather see, extra playable content in this scenario. This war of mine then for a modern classic, it's back matching the low price here with 95% off, and that is the maximum discount we will see in the US. A stunning survival game though that was so impactful, it's actually found its way into the education system now in Poland. The idea though, help these people survive during war, but they have no guns or anything else, they're just essentially everyday people. It's one big game of difficult decisions, exploration, and incredible challenge honestly, but I absolutely suggest it. Few games can match its weight in its message. Looks and runs great as well on the Switch, and it is definitely something special. Rainbow Billy, The Curse of the Leviathan, and full transparency, I'm still working through this myself. It's actually about time I wrapped it up, but I was having a blast at the time, kinda got distracted by reviews. This though, it's a new low price, 50% off, that seems like a bargain to me, and it's a 2.5D adventure puzzle platformer that tasks you with bringing colour back to this world to save what is the local creatures. It's a big game though, promising over 30 hours of gameplay, and that's thanks to over 85 locations and caves. It's packed then with creatures, there's puzzles, and just all sorts of RPG styled mechanics. Good stuff, and I'm particularly a fan of the visual style. That is also perfect for the OLED screen if you do have one. Cobra Kai, the Karate Kid saga continues and still surprises me to this day honestly. I doubt I was the only one who expected this to be pretty awful, but what it delivered was a surprisingly fun beat 'em up set around the show of the same name. Granted, honestly, at launch, definitely overpriced, no question, but they've got to cash in on that high stream count. Then, I've got to say now though, it's well worth a look here with 75% off, that is a new low price. What I liked was just the depth. It's throwing in 8 playable characters, there's a couple of storylines, Daniel or Johnny. It has RPG mechanics thanks to the dojo with 40 skills to learn, and then there's going to be a grand total of 28 missions. It's important too as well, but it packs the real voice actors, which elevates its authenticity and takes it beyond being just a simple cash-in. Respect though Cobra Kai for proving my expectations wrong. Fury Unleashed then to kick off the final 3 games, and it's a new low price here, 70% off. This one, it's a run and gun roguelike, and it basically has you exploring the pages of a comic book and covering both the story of this world but also that of the creator behind it. It's fun, fast-paced action with good platforming and gunplay, and there's some impressive boss encounters as well. I just enjoyed the way the world's built. You're essentially moving from comic book cell to cell, and along the way there's some really unique black and white moments that kind of dive into the narrator's journey. Most recently they even added support for online play, which is always good to see. You could always play locally as well if that is more your taste. Then finally, it's pretty challenging stuff but good fun, and it's completely over the top. Our winner then for the week, that's the copy of Endling Extinction is Forever, and it's going to Undead Egg Meister, who shouted out Kingdoms New Lands. That is a quality game, that one, but as a warning, definitely pretty challenging. I'd for sure suggest a review or two before you do commit. I liked it enough personally though to add it to the physical collection. Oceanhorn, Monster of Uncharted Season, is our penultimate game, and this is a gem of a Zelda-like on the Nintendo Switch. The design, it's isometric, you'll be exploring a number of locations, and of course you're going to be battling it out with all sorts of monsters. Along the way as well, expect to be uncovering a treasure. Story, your father has disappeared, leaving nothing but a letter. Now you need to get out there and find him. I believe it was a phone game originally, but it absolutely deserved this console release, and it's got some great action and puzzle moments to support it all as well. Do not waste your time on the sequel though. It was this ambitious 3D kind of venture, think Breath of the Wild style, but it mostly missed. That one's on sale too currently. I'd definitely be waiting for a lower price myself. Just in case though, I'll link my full review video down below. Also, this original entry, an absolutely stunning soundtrack to kind of back it all up. Dandara Trails of Fear Edition then is genius, and it's here matching the low price with 70% off. Now I feel like it's been a while since we've seen this one on sale, but it's also another one that I liked enough that I added a physical copy to my collection. A Metroidvania platformer though, I can't name many games like it as you possess gravity breaking abilities, so think jumping from walls and ceilings and all sorts. You are though fighting to save a world on the brink of collapse, and it's not only about combat but puzzles and power-ups and of course that kind of genre exploration. Strongly recommend this one, and it's going to be particularly good in handheld as it was built with touchscreen in mind as well, if that's going to be your thing. And that is the week down. Will you be adding anything to the library this week or holding onto that cash? With that then, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews and deals near daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.